wheel, I'm going to use a 19mm socket. Take the wheel off. And I'm going to take these two caliper bolts out, this one right here and this one up top here. Use a 13mm socket. And grab the caliper. Might want to wiggle it a little bit and slide it out like that. Take a caliper hanger or a bungee cord and we'll just hang it from the coil spring. Just make sure there's no tension on the hose. Now take these brake pads off. I'll just use a screwdriver, slide them out. Now we're going to take this brake caliper bracket off, use an 18mm socket, take these two bolts out. And slide the bracket off. Now we'll take this screw out, use a T30 socket. Remove the rotor. If you have an old hub and it's rusted, what you're going to want to do is take a wire brush and just clean up these areas right here and in between here. And you can also use a die grinder just to make sure that the rotor sits flat and sits evenly. Take the rotor. I'm going to mount it backwards first. Take some brake parts cleaner. Just clean off this surface. There is a coating on this that prevents rust. Clean that up. And flip it around. You want to line up the hole, the screw hole, with the hole on the hub. And we'll clean this side too. Then take the screw, get that started. Take the T30 socket, we'll just tighten this up. And I'll just snug this up, not too tight. Take a straight blade screwdriver, just remove these slide clips, these pad slides or anti-rattle clips. Slide those off. Take a wire brush, I'm going to clean any rust off of this area. Flip it over, I'll do the same on this side. Take a little bit of brake caliper grease, put it right there, right there. And take the new pad slides, put those in there, or pad clips. Take a nice thin coat of grease. Right there and right there. Now we're going to pull the slide pins out. Take a little brake parts cleaner. Clean up these pins. You can spray a little in there. Clean those up as well. Take a little caliper grease, lubricate the pin, and reinstall. And make sure the boot is secure on the pin. We'll do the same with the other side. Slide the brake caliper bracket in position. Put the bolts back in. Now we're going to torque these bolts to 96 foot-pounds. And take the brake pads, line those up. Now I'm going to grab the caliper, take the hanger off. Now I need to compress these pistons back into the caliper. I'm going to use a caliper compressing tool. And I'm going to slowly compress the pistons. I'm going to do this nice and slow. It's going to compress the piston back into the caliper. It's going to push fluid through the brake lines and hoses and back into the master cylinder. All right, now we're going to release the tool. Slide it out. All right, now the piston is compressed into the caliper. Just make sure the dust boot looks like it's below the piston itself. If it's pushed up a little bit, there might be a little air in there. Just take a little pocket screwdriver, just get underneath to release the pressure. Should be able to get it to line up. Now just make sure the hose is not twisted and reinstall the caliper. Now take the caliper bolts, install those on the bottom and the top. Now I'm going to torque these bolts to 46 foot-pounds. And if the caliper slide pin is spinning, then you can use a wrench right there. Just hold it, or a pair of pliers. Do the same on the top one. All right, reinstall the tire. Line that up. Install the lug nuts. Now I'm going to use a torque wrench, tighten the lug nuts up to 100 foot-pounds in a star pattern so that it tightens the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, just double check.